Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I was like, right, I'm in Nairobi, I'm in Kenya, I've never been here before, I'm in Africa, I've never been here before. What can I do here?
You were in Nairobi, you hated your job in the production company, you had a month to kill. You then, what happened during that month? What happened that made you start to think about jewellery?
I went on safari first, and I learned so much about African conservation on this very, very budget safari, which was so interesting. It was just this tour guide, and there was like 6 of us. And I probably think, having reached Nairobi back from the safari, I called Mum within about 3 hours and said that I want to raise money for Save the Rhino. I want to raise money for some African conservation charity.
You'd realised that you'd wanted to raise money for African conservation.
Yeah.
You entered into the marathon.
Yeah.
Anybody who has run the marathon or has known somebody run the marathon, there's incredibly difficult, not difficult, but there's a fundraising target you have to hit.
Yeah. Save the Rhino gave me their target.
Which was what?
Which was $2,000. And they were great, and they said, yeah, I'd love to have you on board. It'll be $2,000. That's like, it's the minimum that we want you to raise. And I honestly looked at that number and was like, how am I ever gonna raise that much money? Like, you know, everyone has it every day. Like, just on Facebook, people go, oh, I'm doing Tough Mudder, can you sponsor me?
So you had this £2,000 to raise. You didn't really know how you were going to do it.
So yeah, that's when I went to the market, the Maasai market, and I came home with a variety of different earrings, necklaces, anklets, and I sold them on Depop.
So Izzy came back. We were then living together at Newcastle Uni in our last year, and Izzy came back with a lot of items and you set it on Depop, and you were called what on Depop?
Oh yeah. Okay, so Depop don't let you change your username. So once you have a username on Depop, like, that's it. You're in, and there's no changing unless you want to completely start again and lose the whole of your profile. So my username on Depop, which it still is now, is Rhino Beads.
So you're called Rhino. You're still called Rhino Beads.
It's called like at Rhino Beads, but the title, the page is called Rhimani. I think I had like, I don't know, 30 necklaces, 30 pairs of earrings, 30 headbands, and yeah, I sold it all in a couple of months. Hanging items up on like a bit of string with a white wall and taking photos of it just on my iPhone and putting them on. And yeah, so I sold out a couple of months, and my worldwide ranking went from 3,000 to 158.
You came back from Nairobi with all of this merch, and you sold it out really quickly.
Yeah.
What I want to get about is the amount of time that you spent in your bedroom, at the kitchen table, in the living room, with you making the stuff yourself. So how did you realised you'd sold out of stuff you couldn't? It was quite expensive to go back to Kenya. Yeah. So you decided to make them yourself.
So that was literally a matter of using Google and searching, talking to a couple of people back in Nairobi, searching like what they use, what sort of materials they use and things like that. And then I literally just went onto Google and I was like, I think my first search was like tiny beads. But yeah, and then I went on eBay, and then they're called seed beads. And then you get the sizing, and then you know what wire they use as well. And a necklace now takes me about 10 minutes. It takes me 10 minutes just to like sew them on. However, my first necklace took me about 4 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I remember we'd be watching a movie in like at night, and you would have these pliers. Have fishing line just all over your lap and beads scattered everywhere in these little boxes.
And then I dropped it. I dropped the tray.
You dropped the tray. I was in the house when you dropped the tray.
Screamed loudly.
There were beads everywhere.
All over the kitchen floor, and I still think the girls that are living in there now must come across beads like every now and again.
So you made the beads. I mean, you made the jewelry.
Started making the items. Yeah.
You started growing on Depop very slowly.
Yeah.
We then graduated in July of 2018. Yes.
Yeah,
we're now in March of 2019.
Yeah. I set up the website end of September 2018, and that's it. Yeah. So it was fully running and functioning and going at the beginning of October.
It was Rhino Beads. It's now Rhimani, Rhimani. How many different iterations have you got? And the actual pronunciation is what?
Okay, so easily people think the most popular name people believe is Rhimani, like Armani, like army. Rhimani. It's Rhimani.
And why that name?
And it is that name because it is a combination of rhino, because it all started with the animal, the rhino, to save the rhino for the London Marathon. And the meaning of peace and faith and hope in Swahili is Amani. So it's a combo together.
End goal. What do you really want to come out of this?
I've got 3 always like in my mind, but they are so like 30, like I don't know, many years in the future. However, first one, 110% is to set up a Rhimani charity and to do African conservation. The second one is to have a trade stand at Glastonbury.
So yeah, if you are going to
a shop in London.
Shop in London.
I forgot that one. A shop in London, 100%, Camden Town.
So Rhimani charity in Africa, Glastonbury stand, and shop in London.
Oh yes.
What has been the most difficult thing about starting a business, not from the actual business itself, but something that you found really difficult?
Biggest one is people judging you. The idea of like someone judging me, like judging what I'm doing, is so scary. Because also I'm not a natural entrepreneur. Like didn't want to start a business. It just happened, and so that's also a bit scary.
It's scary. You've got a lot of brand ambassadors.
Yeah, I do. You guys are friggin' great. I think I have 18 reps. 18
reps at 18 different unis?
No, some at the same uni. Some at the same uni.
What do the role of the ambassadors do in those universities?
Their role is to literally spread Rhimani. Like, get their friends, like, do as much as they can, get in their societies, because a lot of them are part of sports societies or any society at university, and literally spread as much as they can. They make orders through me, so if they've had mates going up to them being like, oh, I want to have that necklace and thing, and then
people say it to me constantly.
So anyway, they then send me a text and they're like, oh, my friend would love this, would you mind sending it to me alongside like a couple of other things? And then I do, and then I just send it to them in the post and they get 20% commission.
They get 20% commission. So it helps to be a Rhimani ambassador. If someone wants to be a Rhimani ambassador, what should they do?
Oh, so each university term I hire new university Rhimani reps, and I will always put a post on Instagram.